Essentially what we're doing is we're offering arts-based group work, and the notion behind the group is that it's holistic, which means that all of the group methods and processes are based on mindfulness-based practices. We make room in the group for children's spiritual beliefs to enter into the discussion if it's appropriate. Arts-based methods can be a really powerful way for children to express themselves. Children don't really have the ability to cognitively discuss with an adult necessarily how they're feeling. The use of art is really powerful because it helps us access sometimes unconscious feelings. It's a vital way for them to express something that they're feeling about themselves that perhaps they don't even know that they're feeling, but it comes out in that creation. And then we can use it to help them make those connections and help them understand. For example, in one of the groups, the children did a meditation. They imagined themselves in a crystal. And when I talked to one of the girls after the group about her drawing was a crystal, and in the crystal was a wolf howling at the moon. When I asked her about that, she told me that she believed she was the wolf in a previous life. Here we have a child expressing her beliefs about reincarnation, and you can really use that to explore, to help the child explore what does that mean for them that they think that they were a wolf in a previous life? Does that mean they think they're really strong? Does it mean that they feel part of a pack? Does it mean they feel persecuted? So it can be a really great tool to help that person explore and understand themselves better.
In our group, we meet with the children in 12-week blocks. Previously, we'd been meeting in 6-week blocks, but we found that 6 weeks just wasn't enough. So now we meet with the children once a week for 2 hours in length, 12 times.
You just trust me first, then you can put some trust in my faith to operate this little group, and we can get through it together. So can you trust me?
Yes.
We just met. I don't know if you can.
I have no idea who you are.
Okay, well, first of all, why don't we play a little bit of a name game, because then I actually know who you are. Okay, let's do that.
Each session follows a general outline: a primer, a first activity theme block, a break, a second activity theme block, and a closing. Activity blocks can include any of the following activities: listening activities, initiative tasks, individual challenges, cooperative games, individual or group art-based activities such as working with music, clay, paint, pastel, and collage, meditation and relaxation techniques such as focused breathing and reading, and adapted board and card games. Creative activities are key elements. Sometimes facilitators can use a specific creative exercise to address a particular issue or to help develop the group process. Artistic activities are not simply a means for self-expression. They also provide an imaginative space for the participants to explore unconscious feelings. In other words, art is a safe site for emotional and cognitive transference, where the participants do not have to cope with their own lives directly. Instead, they speak through fictional and imaginative realities in order to cope. We use art as a tool of consciousness.
Cheu. I changed it. It used to be K-A-L.
This definitely reminds me of Christmas time.
So your name does start with a K. No, it used to until I changed it by law. Really? Why? Because it wasn't spelled right. Just because my birth mother, didn't get through university. In fact, she didn't even get to grade 9. But I like that. K-L-O-B. Who's P? Oh, P. Caleb.
Caleb. That's a cool name.
That's an annoying name.
I like names that are spelled different.
In each session, we have 4 children and 2 facilitators. We have 2 facilitators there so that one can handle the group content and the other one can guide the process and deal with any individual behaviors that pop up.
So sit comfortably. Okay, so breathe in for 4, hold for 4, and breathe out for 4. Okay? Are you ready?
The holy gypsy, I am the no, you're not.
Hey boys, Jen's trying to start us
us on this relaxation breathing. I just want to show a little bit of respect, okay?
Are you sitting comfortably now?
It is difficult for children to focus for any length of time and to close their eyes, especially when sitting together in a group. It also takes time to build trust. As a result, group exercises need to be short, active, concrete, and stimulating.
One of the exercises we use is Body Beautiful. For this activity, we lay a large piece of paper down on a mat on the floor and have one of the children lay down to be traced by the other group members. Once we have an outline, we have everybody stand around it and write down different positive attributes and their strengths beside the relevant body parts. So for example, we might have, I love you near the heart, or I'm a real angel, or I love to give hugs near the arms. And then all the group members can look at all of the positive things which they really seem to enjoy. It's very affirming, and they get to see the similarities between them and get to read the nice things that other members have written about them as well.
There are several themes that run throughout the activities that we present to the children before and after break. Some of these themes are listening, cooperation, communication, working with dreams, working with feelings.
But what the point of it is in this group, what we try to do is at the end of this, the sand's going to go back into a box, or it's going to go back into these containers. Like, it's impossible for us to take the sand home in the way that you create it. Like, whatever you're going to create is going to end, right? We can take pictures of it, and we'll probably take pictures of it, and we want to be able to print up those pictures and put them up on the wall. But the experience that we're going to have here is going to come to an end, and it's only going to exist in your mind after today. So what we want to do is, it's a little bit sad, right? So what we want to try to do is to create a whole database or bank of positive memories in your mind. So the whole experience of creating whatever.
Spirituality and mindfulness are the foundational themes that root each activity and run throughout every group. We begin group with a primer activity. We found that jumping quickly into an activity at the beginning of group didn't work well. The children required a starting point. Primers are short activities. They often involve forming a circle, listening for simple instructions, and to one another.
Put your feet together. Okay. And just lean back. I promise I won't let you fall. Okay.
See? Just, you gotta let it go just another 4
Okay.
inches.
Just don't take a step. Okay, go.
What about their big kids?
There you go. Oh, you're doing this. This is really good. All the activities are designed to help the children better understand themselves, to help develop their strengths, their self-esteem, and their resilience. Deciding which activities to include before and after break is a process often started well in advance of the actual group unfolding. Building from past groups, facilitators meet weekly to discuss what direction the group could progress in to maximize the positive experience for the participants. This may mean picking up on an interesting discussion the children had the week prior, or revisiting artwork created in an earlier session. As a rule, we always tailor the choice of activities to the needs and wishes of the children in the group. In the first half of each group, we attempt to extend the horizon of the group by delving into new territory and trying new activities. In the second activity block, we instill a real sense of ownership in the group by revisiting activities that the children themselves have requested us to repeat. In the middle of group, we pause for a break, and children are welcome to help themselves to a healthy snack and a washroom break. After break, we usually begin the group again with a relaxation reading, or a meditation, or a breathing exercise to help recreate the focus necessary to continue with the activities. Then a second activity block follows. We end each group with a closing. Closings endeavor to engage children in a process of reflection, whereby the facilitators provide short debriefing methods for the activities recently completed. We do this in an attempt to add depth and meaning to the activities. It's important for us as facilitators to gain feedback from the children about the group. We want to know what works best for them, which skills they can take home, and which activities they can use outside of the group.
Well, when she was reading the story, I didn't really picture like a tree with leaves. I pictured kind of like a signpost with like branches in every direction, but with no leaves. And I pictured people posting their worries on like those little post-its, sticky post-its, onto the tree, and then when their worries were done, they took them off. So this model represents what I thought the worry tree would look like, except for it's more droopy.
We think of mindfulness as a holistic philosophy that underpins all of the group activities and everything that we do in the group. Mindfulness teaches people self-awareness and the ability to focus and be aware of what they're feeling and what they're thinking, and even possibly what they're doing moment to moment. And importantly, it teaches that awareness without judging. Traditionally, mindfulness is taught to people through sitting meditation and helping people focus on their breath. When we're teaching mindfulness meditation to the children, the exercises have to be short. And even when they're short, some of the children have difficulty sitting still and focusing. So in those cases, we use active means of teaching meditation, such as using Tai Chi movements. We make stories out of the Tai Chi movements. For example, in one of the stories, the children have a watermelon, which they cut in half, and they give some of it away, and then they take it back. And eventually, the story ends with them eating the watermelon and rubbing their tummies. And through the story, they're taught when to breathe in and when to breathe out. Whether the children are sitting quietly or playing actively, the mindfulness-based exercises help us teach the children to use their imagination so that they're clouds, they're ants, they're watermelons, they're animals. This ability to play with perspectives is very important as the group progresses. In the group activities, we always invite the children to express their thoughts and feelings. When these thoughts and feelings are negative, we can encourage them to think about how they can shift these into a more positive frame. This change cannot happen unless the children develop the ability to see things from different perspectives. One of the boys explained to us how he felt he was using his imagination more outside of group. He told us a story about playing basketball and imagining that the basket was an ice cream cone and that sinking the basketball was the ice cream going on top of the cone. And he felt that this really made him more successful. He commented, "It's that easy."
The Star Prelude. I want you to see above your head a beautiful, beautiful star. This star is very special to you, as it is your very own star. It can be any color you like. You might see it as being a purple star, or perhaps a pink one, or blue, or yellow. Or is it a speckled star, or a silver one? Because it is your very own star, it can be any color or colors you choose. This special star is filled with white light, lovely white light that shimmers and glows. I want you to see this light streaming down towards you until it reaches the very top of your head. And now I want you to bring this pure light down through your head and take it right down your body until your whole body is filled with this glorious white light. Feel the light going down your arms, right down until you feel it reaching your hands and going into each and every finger. Feel that light going down the trunk of your body, down until it reaches your legs, and when you feel it there, take it right down until it comes to your feet. Then feel the light going through each toe. I now want you to look into your heart and to fill your heart with love for all the people and animals in the world. They are your friends, be they large or small. Can you see your heart getting bigger and bigger? It's expanding because you have so much love in your heart for all these people and the animals, and of course, for yourself. Now your guardian angel is waiting to wrap golden wings of protection around you before taking you into your garden. But before you enter, I want you to look at the large tree that is outside. This is called the worry tree. I want you to pin on this tree anything that might worry you. Perhaps you have had some arguments at school, or maybe you are having difficulty with your schoolwork. This tree will take care of any worries at all, be it with your friends or your family. This tree accepts anything that you would care to pin there. Your guardian angel is now opening the gate for you to enter, and as you go in, you find the colors are like nothing you have seen before. The beauty of the flowers, the colors, the textures, and the perfume, breathe them in. The grass is a vivid green, and the sky a beautiful blue with little white fluffy clouds. It is very peaceful in your garden. It is full of love and harmony. I want you to see above your head a beautiful, beautiful star. This star is filled with lovely white light. I want you to bring the white light from that star right down through your body until you can feel it in every part of you. Your heart is filled with love for all humanity and for all creatures, great and small.
Remember, you gotta say your commands.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Ready to lean.
Lean away.
Leaning.
You did it.
Okay.
You did it.
Okay, that was scary.
This scary, eh?
Okay, I'm done now.
You're done now.
Who felt really, really comfortable with that process? Yeah? Second time, yeah?
Third time.
Third time, yeah? You know what that says? That, you know, a lot about this group is we're trying to learn something about ourselves, okay? Now, what do you think you can learn about yourselves when you're having to step back like that?
You have trust issues?
Let's look beyond that though. Like, if we're going to spin it positively, which we try to do in this group a lot, like we want to talk really positively about that. What is something that tells us? Because almost everyone in the group really had that going on.
It's a natural reaction.
Natural reaction, yeah, it's pretty natural and normal.
That after a bit you can actually trust them.
Yeah, after a little while you're taking the steps to trust the
Build the
process.
trust,
Yeah,
right.
after you saw it and after you experienced it once. It also tells me that there's a lot of leaders in the room. And you guys are used to being very self-reliant, I bet. You know, you can rely on yourselves, so you rely on yourselves first, and then you're having to rely on other people second almost, right? So you gotta get to know the people in the room, and then you can trust that process.